let's create a surface from a point file. The first thing I want to do is create a new drawing file in Civil 3D. So I'm going to expand the drawing templates node, and I'm going to right click on my Imperial NCS extended template and select create new drawing. This is going to open up a new drawing file, and the reason I did this is because if I go to the settings tab and look at my surface node and surface styles, I see a list of styles that are already created in this particular template. That way I don't have to worry about going back and creating those styles. So let's go back over to our prospector tab. We're going to right click on surfaces and select create surface. That'll bring up our create surface dialog box. I want to go over to the surface layer, and I'm going to click on the object layer dialog button. That's going to allow me to modify the layer name, and I want to put a suffix modifier on it, and that suffix modifier is going to be a dash with an asterisk, the asterisk being a wildcard that will bring in the name of our surface as the actual layer name. So I want to click OK there. I want to come down under the properties table, and I'm going to double click in the value field for name, change that to EG for existing ground. Then I want to go down to the style, double click in that value field to get the ellipsis button, and I want to change that style to contours 1 foot and 5 foot background. Then I'm going to click OK and click OK. Now we have created a placeholder for data that is going to be a surface. So I need to expand the node for surfaces on Prospector. Then I need to expand the node for existing ground. And one last expansion here will be the definition node. After I expand that definition node, you'll see that we can create boundaries, break lines, contours, digital elevation model files if we have them. We can use drawing objects. We have an edit function. We also have point files and point groups. Well, in this case, we've got an aerial topo that's been shot, and we were delivered a point file. So I'm going to right click on point file and select add. I get the add point file dialog box. Here I have a list of file formats that I could use, and in this case this is a PNEZD comma delimited file, so I'm going to select that particular file format. Then I'm going to click on the blue plus sign to go out and find my point file. When I do that, I've already been to this file a couple of times, so here is my topo points .txt. This is going to be the file that I want to bring in for the surface. So I click on the file name, then click open. That puts it in my source file list. I want to come back and click OK to add that point file in to build the surface. Now, nothing shows up on the screen, so I need to zoom extent so that I can see my surface. Now you can see the surface, 1 foot and 5 foot contours, and you can see that we have quite a bit of relief on this particular site. Now, as I said earlier, we did not bring physical points into the drawing area, but we read the point file, and Civil 3D actually placed surface points at the locations of our points in the point file. So if I change the surface style a little bit and I edit that surface style, I can come in and turn on the points component, and we'll see that there are hundreds of thousands of points that are in this particular drawing file. This is about a 200 or 250 acre topo. But you can see out here on the edges that we also have some areas where there aren't any points, so we probably need to clean those areas up. To do that, we need to go back and make sure that our surface style actually has the triangles turned on. So I'm going to turn on the triangles, turn off the points in this for this instance, just because it clears up the screen a little bit. Then I'm going to click OK. Now I want to go over to the edits listing under the definition for our surface, right click on edits and select delete line. Now instead of trying to go in here and pick all these individual lines individually, I want to do a crossing window. So I type in C on the command line, hit enter, and that allows me to drag a crossing window up and across any of the lines that I want to delete that are outside of the surveyed area. Now once I hit enter, those lines are deleted, but the delete line command stays active. So I can go back up here, find another corner where we need to delete some lines, use another crossing window, drag that over, pick the lines, hit enter. That'll clean up that corner. Looks like we need to do some cleanup in this corner also. So I'll do another crossing window, pick those lines, hit enter, and we've got one more area up here in the northwest corner that looks like we need to do a little cleanup. So we'll do another crossing window, and we'll come in and pick those lines, hit enter, enter again to end the command. Now I'll zoom extents again, and I want to go back to our surface. Just click on it anywhere on the screen, right click, and edit the surface style again to turn off those triangles, so that now all I'm going to see is my border, my major and minor contour intervals. So I click OK, and now we're back out to that surface. Again, we created the surface. We didn't bring points into our drawing file, but yet we read a point file to get the location of those points. So I hope you find this helpful, and look forward to doing more of this type of stuff on our website. So if you go to www.AutoCAD.com, hopefully you will find some information there that will be beneficial to you as you learn to use Civil 3D. Have a good day.